what's up, guys? Today we are here talking with Rob Paxton, president of Texas Bass Nation. We're going to be talking about the 2026 season. We're going to be talking about the Bassmaster Classic and what's in store for us coming up. So
All
turn
right.
it over to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Deshaun.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here. Glad to have the opportunity to talk about Texas Bass Nation. To all the Deshaun's followers, is that the right word for that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
I'm new at this, so
That's all right.
hey,
Take your time,
but,
and it's all good.
yeah, but glad to have the opportunity and just do a little education on Texas Bass Nation and what we are and what we're all about. We are the largest state grassroots fishing organization in the country by quite a bit. We have over 2,400 members, give or take. We have 1,200 in the high school and youth, 225 in kayak. We have college division that's pushing 250, might be more than that this year. And then a team division with over 200 members.
Oh, wow.
And adult club with 754 members as Bassmaster itself counts us.
Wow.
So we're the largest state in the country, larger than Canada and some of the other countries that also compete for spots at the Bassmaster National Championship. So we represent when we go.
So where's all the growth coming from?
Growth
I know it's just
growth is coming from all of them.
Okay.
We're growing on the adult club side. We're growing a lot on the high school side, especially in North Texas, where it's recently been established. So that one's going like gangbusters. Matter of fact, we had to change a team tournament this coming February.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, January, because the high schoolers were going to be there with 150 boats.
Oh, wow.
For that region. So
wow.
We didn't want to conflict with them.
Wow.
Just because it's not a great big lake that we're fishing in January. So
Right.
but
How far does it go out? I mean, we're talking January through December. What's the schedule look like for most of the divisions?
For high school and youth, it starts in September.
Okay.
And runs through June is their championship. So they fish September through June.
Okay.
And then college, fairly similar to that. I think their championship is in July, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Kind of on a school year basis,
Right.
Because everybody's out during the summertime.
Right.
Kayak is more of a normal schedule, like the adults, where they start in January, and they'll start down south in Texas and then work their way to the northern part of the state.
Okay.
And finish with their championship in September, I believe it is. Teams, the same way. They'll start in January. They'll run their five regions and then finish with the state championship mid-September.
Okay.
And then the clubs, they run their own schedules. Some clubs fish year-round. They never take a month off, especially those that are further down to the south. They'll fish 12 tournaments, with their club, plus a state championship on the club side. So,
right.
The state championship on the club side is a big deal. That gets you a potential spot, if you do well at the state championship, to the B.A.S.S. National Championship.
That's a big deal.
We qualify people straight from our state championship to the Bass Nation National Championship. This year we've got 8 boaters, or this coming year in 2026, we've got 8 boaters and 8 non-boaters going to Hartwell from our state championship this year at Lake Granbury. We qualify basically a year in advance.
Okay.
On our side. Some states don't do it that way, but we qualify a year out to help from the planning standpoint. If you make our state team and you're going to the national championship, the state pays your expenses, which that's a big deal, especially when you're traveling.
Absolutely.
This year it was Wisconsin. The state paid for 10 rooms up in Wisconsin for those that came out of our state championship the year before, and then also individuals that qualified from the Central Region qualifier. And that was up at, where was that this past year? Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
Yeah,
I believe. What's the river? The Arkansas River? No, it wasn't the Arkansas River.
It wasn't that one. It was Eufaula.
Eufaula.
Lake
That's
Eufaula.
Right. That's right. Right before you get there.
Yep. That big giant lake
Right.
before you get there.
Right. That's right.
But anyway, state paying your room, and that's a big deal when you're going to fish a tournament, and nationals is usually about a 10-day commitment. On
absolutely.
behalf of the angler,
Right.
and you don't have to worry about paying for a hotel room for 10 days.
That's a big deal. I mean, you got to worry about gas and new tackle and all this stuff to get down there. So that's a good deal.
Yeah, but that's a big bonus for our state team guys. Plus, everybody that does make our state team gets a lot of great discounts from the electronics company. Like Humminbird, you get 40% off. If you needed new graphs, Minn Kota, you get 40% off that new Quest trolling motor.
Wow.
Lowrance is 40% off any of their graphs. Garmin's 25% off. So saves you a ton of money on electronics if you need to buy electronics or a trolling motor. So it's a great deal. There's also through Mercury, you can get props like you can get a Fury prop, $377 versus buying one that retail $800 or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a big deal. And then there's contingency programs when you get to either the region qualifiers or the national with Ranger, Triton, and Ranger, Triton, and
Skeeter.
No, Nitro.
Okay.
Ranger, Triton, Nitro, contingency programs. Or if you do well at the nationals, they pay an additional sum of money.
Okay.
And then there's some kind of peripheral programs like buy a new boat. You can get horsepower rebate, and then also pretty serious discounts on extended warranty if you wanted to buy an extended warranty for the new boat. But it has to be one of those Alliance program boats, which is the Nitro Ranger series. So
Gotcha. That's a heck of a program.
the Bass Pro stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
Well, talk a little bit about the qualifiers. Not all the way. They're not always in Texas, correct?
No,
they can be.
No,
you mentioned Wisconsin, these other places.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
Yeah, the region qualifiers are pay your entry, $400 for a boater, $200 for a co. Mm-hmm. It could be anywhere in our central region, which is the 8 states basically surrounding Texas.
Okay.
Runs up as far as Kansas, Missouri, and then kind of back down to the Gulf.
Gotcha.
So could be any of those 8 states. Last 2 years they've been in Oklahoma, and this year coming in 2026, it's actually Toledo Bend, which will play very well, I think, for our Texas anglers. And the headquarters ramp is actually Manny, Louisiana. So Toledo Bend splits Texas, Louisiana. So that'll be very interesting to see how that works. But that's if you want, you can pay and just go and fish it.
Okay.
Like I said, 400 and 200
Through B.A.S.S.
through B.A.S.S.
Yeah, right.
Through Bassmaster. You can the registration opens up for our state team guys, if you would. First week in January, then it opens up the second week in January to all Texas B.A.S.S. members.
Okay.
And then it opens up to all of the 8 states for anybody else that wants to come fish Toledo Bend that may live in Kansas or Missouri.
Wow.
So it's a kind of a staggered registration process. It's about a 225 boat field. The other path to get to that is fish your region individual trails.
Okay.
There's 5 regions in Texas. Me and you are sitting basically straddling the north central region and the northeast region. So say you went and fished the northeast region and you fish 5 tournaments in the northeast region or 6, and you win Angler of the Year. The region pays for your entry fee into this region qualifier that we're talking about,
Right.
either on the boater side or the co-angler side.
That's great.
So if you're Angler of the Year, the region pays your entry fee and the state pays your hotel room. So you fish all year through a region trail to make it. If you make it, then that's the carrot at the end of the stick, so to speak.
Gotcha.
You get a free entry tournament plus hotel.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal. So we'll take 10 boaters and 10 non-boaters to Toledo Bend. We've already booked our rooms over there for those guys, and all they got to do is show up and go fish. So that's all taken care of for them. So
that's a good deal.
That's the real reason to fish the region trail, is to qualify that way, and get your entry paid and your hotel paid. So you're not paying it on your own.
Gotcha.
You are spending money, to fish the region tournaments, but the travel distance usually is not that great, because we regionalize, because Texas is such a big state.
Right. That makes sense.
You're not usually traveling more than a couple hours.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was our adult clubs. Like I said earlier in the opening, we're the biggest membership-wise in the country on adult club members, 754. We get to take people right from our state championship to nationals, and that's paid for by the state again on your hotel rooms. This year, our state championship will be down in Orange, Texas, on the Sabine River.
Wow.
Everybody's watched the Bassmaster Elites fish down there.
Fishery there.
I fished down there, Bass Champs Championship a few years ago, and it is a cool place to fish. There's not a lot of big giant fish like you think of Texas, but you catch a lot of fish down there.
Okay.
And the weights, I think it'll make for a very interesting state championship, because I think the weights will be tight. Nobody's going to run away with it.
I see.
So you got to catch fish both days, and maybe it's 9 pounds each day. Might win that tournament.
Wow.
Might be 7.5. Like I said, it's not a lot of big fish, but you catch a lot of fish. So it'll make for a very interesting tournament, and I think that'll come down right to the wire on the end of the second day. So
gotcha.
If any of you guys are in that part of the state and want to come to our weigh-in, we're at the big orange pavilion right there adjacent to the city boat ramp, and it'll be fun. We'll have us a dinner on Thursday night.
Yep, that's always nice.
Read everybody the rules, make sure everybody understands everything, and then draw boat numbers, and then send them out first thing in the morning at Safe Light, and start weighing them in about 3 o'clock. So
boat numbers, how many typically do we have in the club division
At
the
our
state championship?
At our state championship, about 80 boats.
Okay.
In our state championship, that's one boater and one non-boater. You can't go alone. So,
Gotcha.
but you register. That is only available to our club members.
Right.
So that's not something you can just pay for and sign up. You have to go through your club.
They have to be a Texas Bass Nation
Gotta
club,
be
a B.A.S.S club.
Yep, have to be a B.A.S.S club.
Mhm.
So your club president is the one that does the registration for your 6-man team. Now, you can send as many people from your club as you want,
Okay.
but you have to do it in pairs. You got to be a boater, non-boater pair. You can't register 2 boaters by
Makes
themselves.
sense. Right.
Because we have to have a co-angler in every boat. So you got to register in pairs.
Okay.
So that's open to club members. So that's another benefit. And again, that's a track right straight to the national championship. You could fish your club, qualify through your club to fish the state championship. And it's a real easy qualifier. It's 2 club tournaments and 1 region tournament or 3 region tournaments,
Right.
but you need to be an active club member.
Gotcha.
We don't want anybody just joining the club and coming to fish state championship and winning a seat to the nationals without participating in the club.
Right. That's
so
right. Yeah.
that'd be, but it's a short path to the national championship. It's like 1 tournament, and you do well, bam, you're in the national championship, and you win first, second, third in the national championship. You're fishing in the Bassmaster Classic.
That's
I mean, guaranteed.
Right. Right.
And even if you finish last in the Bassmaster Classic, you got 10 grand in your pocket. Plus you get to go on the stage at the Classic.
Yeah. What an experience that could be.
I've tried for years to make it, and I've always come up short, like 1 seat short, of making it to nationals. But
wow.
I go and enjoy the tournament every year,
Absolutely.
But it's a fun deal. They're paring back. The last 3 years, the national championship's been a 250 boat field, which is huge. I mean, you're on the water at 6 a.m. and you don't get off the water until 6 p.m.
Wow.
So the B.A.S.S is going to start paring that back and making it a little more exclusive. Their goal was get that to 150 boat field.
Gotcha.
And that's through the region qualifiers and all the state championships. So that's the 2 ways that you get to the national championship: state championship or region qualifiers. So,
gotcha. Okay.
And that's how they'll fill that field. Plus, they'll have anglers from Spain and Portugal and South Africa and, Canada coming, and they do their own qualifying, process as well. But that's how we qualify here in the States, is through one of those two paths to get to the national championship.
Okay.
So it'll be a little more exclusive, probably not quite as long a day on the water.
Right. Right.
Like I said, this year in 26, we're going to Hartwell for the
South
nation
Carolina.
championship. So long drive for the guys from Texas.
Yes, it is.
About 15 hours. So
yeah, but they get to see different fisheries besides what they're always seeing in Texas. You get to compete against other anglers in other states. So I think that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it's not an easy task to win first, second, or third at that nation championship, because there's some sticks.
Wow.
I mean, they used to have elite guys fishing the nation championship.
Wow.
Or ex-elite guys that wanted to requalify for the elites would fish the nation championship. Guys like Harvey Horn and Will Davis, that are, pro fishermen, and you're going up against whoever shows up, so it ain't easy to get first, second, or third.
Wow.
But if you won the nation championship, that gets you an elite berth. So you get to fish the elite trail for Bassmaster. You get through Bass a boat and a truck they give you to use for the year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I mean, it's not a bad deal, but you still got to go out on that elite trail and win a tournament,
Right.
or at least do well, in
Yeah.
order to pay for that year.
But you have a chance just like anyone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
might get lucky.
I mean, there's a number of the elite anglers that are Bass Nation root people.
Okay.
I mean, there might even be, I don't know, 35% of the elites, came through Bass Nation,
Wow.
at one time or another,
Right.
like when I was in Connecticut, fished against, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. What's Connecticut anglers guy?
You got me.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh well,
It's gonna come back to you.
yeah, it will.
I'll on the screen when we figure it out.
Golly. But yeah, when I was in Connecticut, I fished in the Connecticut Bass Nation. They, it's a small state. They just had a region trail.
Okay.
And you made it onto the state team by fishing the region trail, or they had something they called Mr. Bass, which was a unknown lake tournament. And their state team was 6 guys. They took 5 from the region trail, and then the winner of the Mr. Bass tournament was the team captain.
Gotcha.
And that's who they sent to the region qualifier back then,
Wow.
But one of the guys that I fished against, man, he was tough, and he made it through to the elites,
Wow. How did you finish?
I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
That's all right.
But
I was a pretty good fisherman. I fish with him, so don't let him fool you.
I was there only 2 years or 3 years in Connecticut, but I had fun. They got some great fisheries there. So
yeah.
big smallies, big smallies in Connecticut. My wife caught one almost 8 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that's a
Biggest one I've seen with my eyes.
Wow.
It was a giant smallmouth, and we had just fished that Mr. Bass tournament, and I went smallmouth fishing, and the top 3 guys wanted on largemouth, and I didn't switch gears until midday. And,
oh no!
And I caught probably 40 smallies, but just a bunch of small smallies.
Right.
And
smallies.
And the next day I took my wife out there. I'm like, let's go catch some largemouth. And we couldn't get a largemouth to bite. I was like, well, we'll go catch smallmouth. And I rigged up a drop shot and threw it off the back of the boat for her. And looked down, and man, the rod was bending. I thought it was hung. And then I started bobbing, and I was like, hey, you got a bite. And she picked it up and caught that fish. It was a giant.
Wow.
But anyway, I was happy for her. I kind of wish it was me that caught that fish, but I got it mounted. Took a picture and got it on the wall at the house. So
awesome.
Fish was released back in the lake.
Nice.
Our old state team, our old state president mounted it. So
wow.
For me, or replicated it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Randy Fleeman. He did it for me. But
good deal.
But I fished in Kansas with the club there, and Brent Chapman was in our club. So that was before he even thought about being elite, and and then he made it to the elites through Nation. Right. I mean,
so it's not impossible.
No,
I mean, even from, if I was just giving an example to my viewers, I'm here going to Toledo Bend. I qualified through my division. And what I tell guys is that, theoretically, you are 3 tournaments from the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's tough to get there, but just thinking about that idea that, you were only 3 tournaments from getting there.
Yeah, region qualifier.
Right.
Nation Championship, Bassmaster Classic.
Yep.
I mean, it's a short path, but it ain't easy.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy.
It will not be easy.
Yeah.
Even on, your home lake, so to speak, it's not easy.
That's right.
It's not easy. Never is.
Yeah.
If it was easy, everybody be an elite fisherman.
Well, I get a lot of chatter about the teams division.
Yeah.
So why don't we take a break, and I want you to get into more about the team's path, because there are several schedules that are out right now and people trying to decide if they want to fish club or team. So you can kind of talk about what that looks like as well.
All right.
All right.
All right.
We'll be back with you guys.